Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, everyone. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I hope that you had a wonderful Monday. Motivating Monday, rather. um, I decided to hop on live this evening. Hey, JJ, how you doing? Wait just a few minutes to allow a few more people to come on. But I wanted to come on this evening and just speak briefly about your purpose, having faith and belief. So that's what I'm going to be talking about tonight. Um, I had some really good news today regarding my daughter. We had been praying for her to land an internship so that she could fulfill the requirements for her degree. And she had a couple of options. Let me fix this camera. She had a couple of options, but yet I'm sorry, y'all. I haven't done that very many times. I'm trying to do um, two cameras at one time, so just bear with me real quick. So, anyways, my daughter and I had been in prayer and in talks of, her landing a successful internship. One that's in her field, and her field is criminal justice with a minor in biology. So, we got the good news today. She landed her first choice, the one that she really wanted to do, and I'm just super proud of her. And I'm always, telling her to have faith, believe. If it's something that you want to do, be fearless and unapologetic about it and just go for it. Well, I had a revelation. It's just like, well, how can you continue to advise your kids to be that person, but yet you have that same issue? Because most people think I have it all together, but I really don't. In high school, growing up, I was, fun and outgoing, and I had friends, and but most people would never know just how shy I was. But when it comes to certain things, there is a shyness and other things that keep me. I basically get in my way sometimes. So, long story short, I've been inspired to take a leap myself. If I'm telling her this, I got to do it myself, right? So for some time, you guys have probably been seeing me post, inspirational and motivational things here and there, and probably have been seeing architect, and then you hear me say, "Oh, coming soon, coming soon, coming soon," right? But on my side, I say that, and then I'll go back into procrastination mode, or self doubt, or a lack of self confidence, or even not believing, or having the faith that I always talk about. So I know without a doubt, and I truly believe this with my entire being. I feel like that everybody was created and born with a purpose to fulfill. Now, some people take longer than others to realize what that is. Some people, they go through life experiences and it don't take them long. They know right away what they're meant to do, right? Well, I have struggled with that for so long. Like, I'm 43 now, and I would probably say for 42 years of my life, I've always wondered, like, what am I good at? What is my purpose? What is my spiritual gift? And there would be times that I would talk to God all the time about it. I would get frustrated because the answers wasn't coming soon enough. I would cry And I remember there would be nights that I would just cry and just be like, Lord, what is it? What is it? Please reveal to me. Please give me some clarity as to what is it I'm good at? What can I help people with? What is my gift? Everybody has something that they're good at. What am I good at? You know? And so, even while I'm trying to figure that out, I'm maintaining, working, taking care of the kids, and, pretty much just living tunnel vision, not thinking about living outside of the box or taking chances on myself. I had just been conditioned for so long to be told, like, you graduate from school, you go to college, you go to work, you work until you're 63, and then you retire, and then you may have some money left to sit back and enjoy life. But the truth be told, a lot of the people that's retired, like, they have to retire late, or when they do retirement, they're still not living the life that they want. And so, long story short, I thought that my life involved working in healthcare. I just knew that, serving people in terms of healthcare was my thing, and so I did that. I worked clinically for about 13 years, and then, I decided that I wanted more. That's the first time that I decided to take a risk on myself. So, I went back to school. I leaned on God, and I was out of work for probably a good 7 months, while I was finishing up my education and things of that nature, and when that was over, I looked back and I was like, it took me to have faith and belief to get through that point. And so, I started working in that field and became complacent again. And it just got to the point where it was not enough. I was no longer happy. No matter what I did, no matter what I chased, it was just never fulfilling for me. So, I landed another job, and I was like, okay, this is the one. I'm going to get over here, get my foot in the door. I got this degree now. It's going to work for me. I know for sure that this is where it's at. Again, not fulfilled. Many days, dreading to go to work, hating what I do, feeling less than, feeling like I have no purpose, feeling like I don't know why I'm here, many days on conference calls, just, phone on mute and just crying because I'm tired. I'm tired of not being fulfilled. I'm tired of not feeling like I'm serving anything. I'm tired of having to do 10 times more what other people half of what other people have to do to try to prove myself, and so everything happens for a reason. COVID came along, and the world changed. And who would have thought during this time is where I would have my next revelation? I'm going to tell you how much crazy faith this takes, guys. It took COVID to help me get to the point where I am now. I quit my job in the middle of a pandemic with no plan B. Who does that, right? Who does that? I've always tried to be in control, do everything, have the answer to everything, but that really wasn't truly doing what the Lord has set for me to do. So I was just tired. So I decided, you know what? I'm quitting my job. I'm trusting you, Lord. I know that you have the answers. I know that you're going to provide provision because you've done it before, So I spent a couple months laying around, depressed, not knowing what's next, second guessing myself, and even during those times, God would continue to just give me little nudges here and there, here and there, here and there, here and there. Excuse me, guys. So it was during this pandemic that I finally had a revelation. as to what my purpose was. A lot of times we think that, purpose is something that comes to us or something that we have to go and find, and truth of the matter is a lot of times you'll find that your purpose is something that you've been doing for a long time. You just never really knew it. What is that thing that's inside of you that you find complete happiness that you can see the rest of your life doing? What is that thing that's serving others that ignites you? And I figured it out. You know what? My purpose is to motivate, inspire, and exalt people. This is something that I've been doing for years. I've had plenty of friends, plenty of co-workers, plenty of strangers who just for some reason feel compelled to talk to me about, things that are going on with them, life situations, what should they do, and, feeling down on themselves, having self-doubt, low self-confidence. And, when I start to talk to these people, Tamika goes out the door. It's like a light switch, the light switch comes on and I get in my element and I'm just talking, sharing, exalting, and all of those things and inspiring. And I've helped so many people. And I've always been told on numerous occasions, you have the spirit of exaltation. But I was scared, I was scared of my own potential. I was scared of coloring outside of lines. I was scared to take risk. I was scared to step into the unknown. I was scared to believe that me was capable of doing something great, and I feel like it's a lot of us that feel that way. So this is where Arc Effect came into existence. Through COVID, I birthed Arc Effect. And the purpose of the Arc Effect is to inspire, motivate, and help people to tap into the best versions of themselves, And I've done some soul searching and fine tuning because I want to help everybody. There's so many people out here that I feel like I can help. But what reigns true to me right now, God spoke to me and he said, you know what? Speak to women that are just like you. Women in their 40s who thought that they had life figured out. Women in their 40s who are sick and tired of being complacent. Women in their 40s who are tired of just existing and not living. Women in their 40s who are ready to take the risk to do what's needed to change their lineage. That is where my focus is going to start. I myself have, and I still do. I procrastinate a lot. I talk myself out of doing things a lot. But that's not the way to go. And I had to do some real thinking and soul searching and realize, why is it that I do these things? A lot of these things we do and we're not even aware of why we doing it, But when it comes down to, even from the time when we're small, we are conditioned. We are conditioned by the people who raised us. We are conditioned by the people who surrounded us. We are conditioned from the people that we hear talking. And, even as kids or babies, people will say, you could say things around kids and they say, oh, she's too little to understand. But little do they know, the kids might not understand it, but that conditioning is still going into their subconscious. And so they grow up and start mimicking things that they've heard, things that they've seen. And they feel like this is the only way that they're supposed to be, when in fact it's not. So it really comes down to reconditioning, unpacking the old and replacing it with new positive things, seeing yourself in a different aspect, knowing that you are capable of much more, knowing that you can do anything that you set your mind to do. You just have to want to do it. You just have to want to do it, plain and simple. You know, I don't know how many of you guys know about paradigms. But paradigms, you know, paradigms are something that keeps you from moving forward or believing in the best version of yourself. Paradigms are what tells you, oh well, you can't do that. You're not good enough. You're not smart enough. How are you gonna where are you gonna get the resources from to do that? How when, you know what I'm saying? And that makes you step back and not pursue the things that you really want to pursue. So excuse me, it got to the point where I was ready to change my belief systems. I was ready to change my belief systems, get rid of the buts. Had to, you know, do some real thinking about the conditioning, the underlying conditioning that I've been programmed to have. I decided to stop settling. I decided to create goals for myself. I've decided to set not just any goals or regular goals. I've decided to create goals that align with the passion and the purpose that I have. The passion and purpose that I have to help people. I have decided to take a risk, smell the roses, color outside the lines, and to do whatever it takes, do the work necessary to get where I want to be, so I can live the life that I want to have. And not only that, because it's not about me. You'll find that your purpose is mostly serving. So your true purpose is serving others. So this is where I'm at with it. Are there any women out there like me who feel like, you know, they've let themselves down, or they're not where they're supposed to be based off what society tells you, or where society tells you need to be? Oh, you're 40. You're supposed to have this major career. You're supposed to have this house, this big, huge house. You're supposed to have this husband. And if you're not having any of that, you're a failure. That's what society tells us, and that makes us to get in our own heads and tell ourselves, you know, what we're doing is not good enough. And I'm here to let you know that it's more to life. It's more to life than that. You have to create goals. Well, I'm not going to get so deep into that. I'm just going to keep this on me tonight. But I've decided to create goals that are going to push me out of my comfort zone. Goals that create the most doubt. Because if I set goals that create the most doubt, I'm going to benefit the most once those goals are achieved. I've decided to create goals that will make the 2.0 version of me elevate and do what I need to do to get it done. You know, and for so long I've been scared to jump out there and do so. I felt like it had to be perfect. You know, but if you continue to wait for things to get perfect, it'll never be done. And then who wants to sit and listen and be coached by somebody who's perfect? Because nobody is perfect. So I'm here right now, today, hoodie and all, no filter and all, just raw and unfiltered, here to reach out and let other ladies know that there is more to life. You know, there are tools out here that I can help you to unpack so you can create the lineage that you want. So that you can stop just living and settling. I can help you let go of that old programming. I can help you let go of that old programming by helping you to understand and change your paradigms, the old conditioning, and replacing them with new things, new motivation, new growth mindset. And all of those things, when in turn, help you to find your purpose. So I didn't intend to come on here very long, but I did want to I felt inspired to come on here because, again, if I'm asking this of my kids to live fearless and do things, I have to do the same thing. So this is an impromptu video, but I did just want to come on and share a little bit of that and let you know a little bit more what Ark Effect is about. Ark Effect is here to change some lives. I know because there are life experiences that I've been through, and I've been where you are, and we might be in the same place now. So I'm ready to meet people right where they are, and we can do this together. We can work through this thing together, you know. So I hope everyone have a blessed night. I hope that someone somewhere finds value in what I said. I hope that this speaks to somebody's heart and let them know, you know what? If that single mother right there can leave her job and trust God in the middle of a pandemic, then so can I. I mean, of course, be sensible, because and listen to the voice of the Lord, because he'll let you know, and when it is of him, he'll provide the provision, you know, and a way will be made. And that's another reason that this has been confirmed, that I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing here and right now. Here, right now. And so I will no longer live in fear. I will no longer get in my own way. I will no longer worry about what it looks like, what other people will think. No, this may not be for everybody, but if I can just touch one and impart something on just one person, then I've done my job. Because that's one of the things that I've told myself, like, if I'm here on earth and I leave here tomorrow, what have I done? What have I imparted on somebody? What legacy did I leave? And the answer during the time was saddening. And I knew that, you know, I gotta stop being afraid, because I have something that someone else needs. And it's selfish of me to sit back on it and not tap into it and not share it. That's selfish. The same thing with you. Everybody has a purpose. What if you're sitting back and afraid to do so and holding back on it, and the next person's life or changes to their life has to do with what you have to offer? So that's where we are. You will start to see more of me. You will start to see more content from me. There's lots of great things in the works for Ark Effect, and there's so many great subjects that I plan on talking about. Things that'll help you change your mindset. Things that'll help you go deeper than the surface to understand the reasons why we do some of the things that we do, the reasons why we act the way that we act. So stay tuned. If this is things that you would like to know more about, I'm gonna be glad. I'm happy to share. And like I said, I hope that this helps somebody. I hope that this inspires someone. I hope that this makes you want to know more. But you know, whether I reach 1,000 or 1, it doesn't matter, because I'm doing what the Lord has told me to do. I'm tapping into my spiritual gift that I know without a doubt was given to me. I'm an exalter. I'm a purpose pusher. So if you want to tap into more of what your purpose is, or how to redefine life as you know it, then that's what I'm here for. I'm your purpose pusher, and you cannot, just know that you cannot and you will not be around me and and not expect great things from yourself. It's in you. We can do it. Just like me, just like others, I had to tell myself stop sitting around and seeing other people do things and wondering and saying, oh, they can do it. Why can I? You can. It just takes it just takes some types of tools and understanding to help you get to that level. So again, I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have a good night, a good evening. I hope you have a blessed day tomorrow. And just know that you have been equipped. Everything that you need is already inside of you to get to the level that you want to be. So you guys have a blessed night, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Oh, like the Arc Effect page, share, join the email list, and like I said, it'll be more content coming in. We'll do a deeper dive into some of these things. But anyways, good night. Take care. Now how do I end this?